Well, good morning on this frosty morning from my car. This morning, I'm Moira Barnes of Moira Barnes Sales Consultancy, and today is day 7 of my 12 sales tips in 12 days in the run up to Christmas 2022. I'm coming live to you every day with a really quick, simple tip so that you can take these away with the really actionable tips. I want you to be able to go away and to help form your sales strategy for 2023 so that you're selling smarter in 2023 to help us cope with the recession that we find ourselves in, the energy crisis that we find ourselves in, how we navigate that sales process with our customers in the coming year. So today I'm coming live to you from my car. I'm on my way to the Metro Centre. I am in the northeast of England, the big shopping mall up here is called the Metro Centre, and I'm on my way there because I thought it'd be a really good live to do from the actual Metro Centre. However, the traffic is terrible, so I've pulled over. I'm not quite there yet, but because today's topic is going to be how to be a stellar seller. And I just thought it was going to be really apt if I was going to be in the Metro Centre with all the twinkly lights, all the shops that are open and they will, the fact that the traffic is bad just tells you that people are still buying. And obviously with the added stress this Christmas of the postal strikes that we have to navigate. A lot of people are finding, like me, that they've left it too late to get things delivered in time for Christmas. So there will be more people in those shops. So just thinking of who those stellar sellers are in the shops and what makes a stellar seller. I think it's quite there's still that very old fashioned misconception about what selling salespeople are. People still think of the man in the grey suit selling the used car and conning you out of money and selling you a duff car. But actually selling has moved on leaps and bounds, even in the last 10, 15 years, because as buyers, we have become more aware. We have the power of the internet. We can research anything about a product or a service beforehand. We can read testimonials, reviews of different people that we're about to use. So we can really arm ourselves with lots of information before we actually go out there to buy. So as a seller, as somebody selling, we have to be aware of that fact. We have to be aware of the fact that people will have done all that research before they even raise their hand with you, to even kind of dip their toe in the water to say, I'm thinking about buying from you. We need to be aware that they will have done their due diligence, they'll have done their research. So how do we become that stellar seller? We the there's no big secret to it. It is about practice, practice, practice. And I know that sounds very simplistic, but that is what it is. We need to practice what we are selling. So if you think of all those people that are going to be the sellers in all the shops in the Metro Centre, in all those shopping malls all around the world in the run up to Christmas, they'll have a lot of new staff on board to help with the extra demand of people going in and shopping. And they will get that chance, that opportunity to practice what they are selling every single day, every single minute of every single day that they are open. They will have all those customers, that footfall coming into the store, and they'll get to practice what they say to those customers each time and how they can help those customers and how they can gauge what it is that that customer needs. So that is the simple truth of becoming a stellar seller, is practice what we are selling and practice asking the right questions. I've talked about that in some of the previous lives, that to really connect with our customers, to really understand how we can match our services or our products to what their need is, and we can sell them the benefits of using our services or using our products. It is about asking the right questions and practicing what those questions are, practicing what the answers might be, practicing the listening side of it. So we need to ask the questions, we need to pause, we need to let people process what it is that we've just told them or asked them, and we need to let them come back with an answer. So another way of configuring this, I guess, in your mind is something that I tell people to do to gamify the whole selling strategy, is a practice called Go for No. It's been around for a long time, and it just takes away the sting of rejection that I think a lot of people are very scared of. And actually, I found out this year that I'm neurodivergent, so I'm ADHD, and part of that ADHD makeup is rejection sensitivity dysphoria, and so that rejection feels like it's a physical reaction that you have to rejection if you are if your brain is wired differently. So to try and soften that feeling of rejection, going for no means that you are aiming to, so every day. And I was listening to somebody on another podcast talking about applying for jobs, and she set herself a goal of doing 10 applications every single day, because she knew that she wasn't going to get 10 people saying yes, come in for an interview, but she might get one. And it's the same with selling. If you can set yourself the goal of, you reach out to 10 people, selling what it is that you sell, every person you speak to, you get to practice what you say. And they might at the end of the conversation say, no, it's not for me, no, I'm not interested, but that's fine. You will have learned something from that interaction that you've had with that person, and then you can go on and you can try the next person. You maybe tweak what you say a little bit, maybe add a little bit more in, maybe take a little bit away, and that person again, they might say, no, I'm not interested in it. And you keep doing that, and you keep tweaking and adjusting what it is that you're saying, and tailoring it for each different person. And the law of averages, another a video that I show in a lot of my training is a really good a good video that talks about the law of averages, and the fact that, think of all those baseball players in America that get paid millions and millions of pounds. On average, they're out 7 times. So 7 times out of 10, they're out. So they're getting paid multi-million pounds salaries every year, and yet they're out more than they are in. And that's the same for us, is that we need to go out there, we need to prospect, we need to talk to more people. That's as simple as it as breaking it down. How to be a stellar seller is talking to more people than you have done before. So you need to get out there and go and talk to people. Set yourself a goal of either reaching out to people, whether that is reaching out to them in person, reaching out to them over the phone. Try not to reach out to them on an email, or to go into full flow on an email. That is something that I definitely recommend you don't do. Is if you put a whole sales pitch into an email, the person is going to read it, they've got time to read it, and they've got time to formulate their reply, and you don't get the real feel of, there might be part of that they were interested in, but you don't get to feel that or hear that. Whereas if you are selling in person or selling over the phone, I know it's scary, but again, practicing this, saying, I'm going to pick the phone up to 10 people today and talk to them, you'll get a lot of no's, but you'll get to feel what that feels like. You'll get to hear what their thoughts might be on it. You'll get a bit more of a reaction from it, and that is really, really powerful for you to do. So don't ever put pitches into emails. Yes, you can say to somebody, I'm going to send you a discussion document, so the discussion document can outline what the proposal is, what the pitch is, but you sending that discussion document that we can then discuss in our call next week, or we can discuss in our meeting next week. So never put a whole pitch into an email, because just people don't read long emails. I mean, I certainly don't read long emails. If you're going to do an email, to me, bullet point it so that I pick up the salient points, because I won't read the whole email, and that's just the way I am. Another thing that you can do when you're looking at your strategy, as I've advised over, if you've got any downtime over Christmas, I'm not saying work, definitely need to take, I'm taking 2 weeks off at the end of next week, take some downtime, but also it gives you the space to think a little bit more about your business. So have a look at what other people are doing, people that are successful at the thing that you either do or sell. Now, I'm not saying, plagiarize what they do, and I'm not saying go into that spiral of comparisonitis, but just look at how they're doing something, and you use that time to either reflect on how well they're doing it, and actually, could you tweak your sales process just a little bit say, not plagiarizing what they're doing? Could you tweak your sales process so that maybe you might get a similar outcome? Or when you reflect on what they're doing, can you see that actually you're doing something much, much better than they are? And you should be proud of yourself that you're doing that in a better way than they are. So watching how other people do it, watching people who are successful and how they do it. And I'm not talking about the people that are out there saying, make 10 grand a day. I'm talking about real life people, people that you maybe follow already, admire, are inspired by, but not somebody that's completely highfalutin up there in the clouds, saying that they're earning all this money every single day. Developing your sales strategy. So I've talked about this in some of the previous lives. Having a sales strategy that you can use to reflect and go back to once a month what it is that you have been doing. Have I been contacting those 10 people? If it's 10 people a day is too much for you, can you set it that you contact 10 people a week? And has that been working for you? And has that been leading to conversations that are converting, or conversations that are converting into a meeting to discuss things in more detail? So analyze and look at what is going on. Do that on a monthly basis. So set yourself a sales strategy. This is the customer. You go through identifying who it is your customer is. How are you going to meet them? Where are they going to hang out? How are you going to engage with them? What are the sort of questions you're going to ask them? What are the sort of objections that they may raise? And then how you're going to handle those objections and how you're going to close them down. How are you going to move that conversation along to an outcome that is positive for you? So practice, practice, practice. That is the key message of today's live. Is it's really important to go on out there and just tailor what it is that you're saying. Really, have your bespoke sales plan, your sales strategy, by practicing it on the people that are out there. Go for no, go for that 10 people, go for 10 no's. And out of those 10 people you speak to, you might get a maybe, you might even get a yes. And the more times you practice it, you might end up getting 4 yeses out of 10. You never know. That's, a really high statistic. If you're only getting 1 or 2, I think that's quite normal. So that is the live from today. I hope that has been helpful. I hope this has been clear, because I'm coming from my car, and so not my great internet. If you've got any questions, or if you've got anything that you'd like me to cover on these lives that we might not already be covering, you never know, it might go on beyond Christmas, then do get in touch and let me know what questions you'd like me to answer. And as a little gift for you this Christmas, if you'd like to get some more tips on having that conversation that converts, then please go to my website, moirabarnes.com/ebook, and you'll be able to download a really helpful ebook that should help you sell smarter in 2023. Thank you for watching today, and thank you for watching on replay. If you do watch it on replay, then drop a hashtag replay into comments on whatever platform it is that you're watching me. But I hope you have a really great day, and I'm now going to go and tackle the queues of traffic that are trying to get into the Metro Centre and see if I can get any of those Christmas presents. So have a great weekend. I'll see you all on Monday. And just a reminder, Monday's session is a really good one. I'm quite looking forward to this one, is the top 3 ways that we're sabotaging our own sales. So, let me point those out for you so that you can make a better plan for 2023. Take care. Have a great weekend.